transformed. 9 on Your Side starts now.
Now at 11, chaos in Dayton. Brand new stories of survival from a deadly mass shooting.
The security guards that were inside just told us to, get out of there.
Our exclusive interview with the manager of the bar that turned into a crime scene.
We pushed everybody from the front.
We're also hearing from family and friends of the victims.
She said, are you aware of the shooting that happened in Dayton, Ohio?
Plus, new details surfacing on the suspect and the new call for lawmakers to step up and do something about gun control.
Good evening. Tonight we're hearing from more survivors of the deadly mass shooting in Dayton.
A gunman opened fire early Sunday morning in the city's historic Oregon district, killing 9 people and injuring 27 more. The police say the suspect is Connor Betts, and a motive for the attack still is not clear.
We have team coverage in Dayton tonight, live reports on a vigil for the 9 killed, and new sound from their family and friends coming up in just a moment.
First, though, we have new video from inside a popular Oregon district bar. It shows the reaction as the gunman was shooting just outside the front door. And in a 9 on Your Side exclusive, we are hearing from the bar manager about the safety training that helped his staff save lives.
Police say the death toll could have been catastrophic if he had made his way inside Ned Peppers.
Our Evan Millward is joining us now live. He's on your side with that exclusive interview at the bar where the staff is being hailed heroes. Evan?
Yeah, Ned Peppers is that bar. The bar security video shows one staff member reacting swiftly Sunday morning. You'll see this bouncer come out. He's alerting the rest of the team to what he sees, running toward him. His manager tonight credits regular police bar training for their quick action. Unimaginable fear erupts inside Ned Peppers as gunfire gets closer to the front door in the wee hours Sunday.
1 minute you're slinging drinks, and then 1 minute you're trying to assist in saving people's lives.
Operations manager Dane Thomas has worked here for 12 years.
And I was manager on duty that night.
Safe to say, he's never seen anything like this. You can see him in this video, calm, in the minutes after chaos.
Personally, I don't know how I was that way. I do remember it all. I do remember my thought process in it. And it's just, it was something that I've had years of going through the bar safe training.
Thomas says that's a Dayton police program that teaches, in part, run, hide, fight. The bouncer in this bar security video is credited with keeping Connor Betts from inflicting more carnage.
If he'd gone into the bar and made it in there, we would have seen probably dozens of other people killed.
That's not something that any of them want to think of themselves as heroes. They want to think of people that did the right thing at the right time. It is correct. If he would have made it into the front doors of our establishment with as busy as we are, and all the other bars are down here on a Saturday night, there would have been substantially more casualties.
And something else surprising likely helped get people to safety. This patio fence out back.
The design of this patio really worked out for you in a way that you guys didn't expect and never hoped you would need.
Yes, typically on a weekend night, we do have food vendors that will come and set up in our back patio. But in the terms of that night, it allowed much more capacity of people leaving in addition to our normal emergency exits.
So Ned Peppers reopened this afternoon, sort of. Their doors were open for regulars and locals to come in as a safe place to talk, hug it out, and start the process of getting back to normal. As for that bouncer, he was hurt. He was shot. We're told he's still in the hospital tonight. Tanya.
Oh, Evan, thank you for that story. Tonight we are learning more about the 9 people killed. I'll show you the pictures that we have so far of these 9 victims. One of them is Megan Betts. She is the sister of the suspected shooter. You'll hear from some of her friends in just a moment. First, though, we're hearing from the family of one of the victims, Monica Brickhouse. Tonight, her cousin says the lives of her loved ones are changed forever. 9 on Your Side's Jake Ryle joining us now live in Dayton from a memorial for those victims. Jake?
Well, Tanya, she was a joy to all she knew. That is one of the things that we're finding out about one of the victims here, Monica Brickhouse. For the first time, we're hearing from her family.
This is family. This is a relative of mine. This is a cousin. Monica, and she's no longer with us.
Chris Kelly says he was in church with his family when he got the message he never expected.
And I looked at my phone, and my oldest sister had texted me, and she said, "Are you aware of the shooting that happened in Dayton, Ohio?" I said, "Yeah, I've heard about it." She said, "Well, our cousin was one of the victims."
39-year-old Monica Brickhouse identified as one of the victims. The mass shooting killing 9 people and injuring 27 others in Dayton's Oregon district on East 5th Street.
A friend of hers had come into town from Virginia and just visiting her, and they went out just to have a good time. She was there just enjoying the scene, not knowing this is what was going to take place.
This tight-knit family now left with memories. All that's left. Chris says his cousin was a joy for anyone who knew her.
She said it. She would say it. She said, "Listen, I'm intelligent, I'm classy," and then she said, "Oh, by the way, I'm cute."
Remembering the good times, but a somber reminder of the reality this family now faces. With her death, Monica leaves behind a 5-year-old son who's set to start school soon.
It's not just we've lost Monica, now it's we have another life that at 5 years old has experienced something that we don't want anybody to experience, the loss of a mother.
Now, Chris says they are working on figuring out when they will be able to come up to date, and they are from out of town, and they're going to be discussing funeral arrangements. Once we know more, we'll be sure to keep you updated on WCPO.com. For now, reporting live in Dayton, Jake Ryle, 9 on your side.
Jake, thank you. And also new at 11, we are hearing from those who knew the alleged shooter's sister, Megan Betts. A vigil was held in her hometown of Bellbrook tonight. 9 on your side's Kristen Swilley is live right now with how the 22-year-old is being remembered. Kristen?
Well, Craig, it is an incredibly emotional scene out here in Dayton's Oregon district as hundreds come by to pay their respects to all 9 of those victims and those who knew Megan Betts. Her death is really hitting her hometown of Bellbrook especially hard, in the idea that, of course, police say her brother allegedly carried out this mass shooting is leaving that community brokenhearted.
Megan was the brightest person in the room, no matter where she was.
This is how those who knew Megan Betts choose to remember her. A beacon of light that made friends everywhere she went.
Like, she just completely took me under her wing.
But those memories are now all they have left. Police say her brother Connor Betts shot and killed her and 8 others in front of this Dayton bar.
I spent all day Sunday with the family. I can't describe, how they're feeling.
Here in Bellbrook, more than 100 gathered to mourn all 9 victims and come to terms with how 2 of their own became the center of a national tragedy.
Oh my God, this can't be happening. Like, she was so nice to me, so we were so close.
Betts was in the color guard and band in high school. She was well liked by her peers.
The class of 2015 definitely lost a friend when we lost Megan.
But she also befriended underclassmen. Olivia Keller was in 8th grade when she met Betts.
She would show up at rehearsals, and she was there for me at shows with her, and it was fantastic.
And though this is a dark time, friends say her light lives on.
She was really, like, the best kind of person.
Now, none of those friends we spoke to tonight knew Connor Betts well. Police have yet to release a motive. Reporting live in Dayton's Oregon district this evening, Kristen Swilley, 9 on your side.
Wow, okay, thank you, Kristen. New tonight as tributes continue to pour in for the victims. We're hearing from survivors who ran from gunfire.
The security guards that were inside just told us to, get out of there as quick as we can. So everybody kind of scurried out of there. I just remember seeing bodies and sheets, just riddled all over the sidewalk throughout the Oregon district.
Well, people who live in Dayton say they are not going to let this mass shooting define their hometown.
It could have been me.
Born and raised here. I love this community, man. It's where my heart is.
Well, tonight, information is surfacing about the alleged shooter, Connor Betts. ABC News spoke with a woman named Hannah, and she says that she attended high school with Betts and claims there were red flags years ago. She says he had hit lists of girls that he wanted to shoot, and she was one of them.
We were all called into the principal's office to ask if we knew why he might want to hurt us. It's really horrible that we got lucky, but because nobody did anything, all of these lives were changed so horribly.
Hannah also says Betts was temporarily kicked out of school but eventually returned. Tonight, there are growing calls for lawmakers to step up on gun control.
Mayor John Cranley sent a letter to Ohio Governor Mike DeWine offering to work hand in hand on gun policies. One of his requests to the governor, ban assault weapons, along with modification tools in Ohio.
Background checks! Now! Background checks! Now!
Well, tonight in Cincinnati, as you can see here, protesters gathered outside the home of U.S. Senator Rob Portman demanding action on gun safety. We are expecting to hear from Governor DeWine in the morning. Of course, he's set to address the tragic shooting in Dayton and discuss his proposals to address gun violence and mental health issues.
Dayton's mayor says President Trump is expected to visit the city Wednesday. Today, he condemned the shooting, calling it domestic terrorism, but blaming mental illness.
This is a story, of course, we will continue to follow very closely for you. We're going to bring you updates on air, online, and with the WCPO smartphone app.
Here's your 9 first warning weather update as we look at things. Very warm night under fair skies for most of us around the tri-state. You'll notice over in Hillsborough, though, a few showers, and we've got some rain and some storms, in fact, set for tomorrow. It's going to be a very mild start around here as you get out the door. The morning commute, temperatures near 70 degrees, generally calm, fair skies. But as we go through the day, we've got some storms that'll develop into the afternoon, and we do have a chance of severe weather. We'll talk more about that and give you a timeline coming up.
All right, Steve, look forward to that. Meanwhile, taking responsibility, the Archdiocese of Cincinnati admits to failures in its investigation of a priest. How the Archdiocese is addressing the problem tonight.
And stepping up for those going through a difficult time. You can help the victims, the families of the victims, that is, from the Dayton mass shooting.